What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to part 4 of my full playthrough of Spongebob the movie on the PlayStation 2. When we last left off, we continued our way through I'm Ready Depression, which is the second level of the game, which takes place in the Goofy Goober's ice cream party boat. And we've been trying to track down the whereabouts of SpongeBob because we saw him at the beginning of the level, but he disappeared, and we've been trying to track him down ever since. And we keep running into him, but he keeps getting away from us. But now we're at the end of the level, and behind me is the Goofy Goober token that you get for completing this area of the game. And also in the last part, I showed you this Porto head. This is how you can switch between characters in this game. It's similar to the way that you switched characters in SpongeBob Out for Bikini Bottom. But in that game, you used a bus stop. In this game, it's the Porto head. In fact, there was a Porto head. There was a Porto head in SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom in Kelp Forest, which was pretty cool. But yeah, basically we just made our way further in, and now we're standing here. So once we collect the Scooby Goober token, there's going to be a cutscene, and then we'll start the next level, which is called, I think it's called Patty Driving 101. Oh, Sandwich Driving 101. So let's collect the Scooby Goober token and head on in. Yes. Alright, so I think that's 4 Scooby Goober tokens we've collected so far.
There you are, Patrick. I've been trying to find you all evening.
It's 8 in the morning, SpongeBob.
Oh my gosh, 8 o'clock. I am late for work. Mr. Krabs is gonna kill me. Oh, Mr. Krabs.
The
Back at
look
the
on
Krusty
his
Krab,
face.
King Neptune confronts Mr. Krabs about his alleged fever. He asks if there is anyone present who may vouch for Mr. Krabs' character. And our yellow knucklehead McSpazatron shows up to accuse Mr. Krabs of being a horrible person. King Neptune zaps Mr. Krabs, causing SpongeBob to sober up quickly. He selflessly volunteers to
Only
journey to Shell
SpongeBob would have
City
to
and
sober up from
reprieve the
eating
king's
ice
crown.
cream.
Freezing Mr. Krabs in place, King Neptune grants a 6-day reprieve so SpongeBob and Patrick may attempt to retrieve the crown. King Neptune's daughter Minnie provides SpongeBob and Patrick with a magic mirror through which she can communicate and assist our heroic duo. We continue as SpongeBob and Patrick
Here we
arrive
go.
at
We're
the
gonna
Paddy
drive
Wagon.
the Paddy Wagon. Let's go. Sandwich Driving 101. This is level 3. So, if you saw in that cutscene, it was explaining like everything that happened after SpongeBob was at the Goofy Goober's ice cream party boat. Like Plankton had Plan Z. He stole Neptune's crown and basically framed Mr. Krabs for stealing it. And so Neptune showed up and was like confronting him and said, "Why'd you steal my crown?" And he's given us 6 days to find it. And that's basically what we're doing in this game. We're finding his crown. But we gotta get out of town first.
Don't let the paddy wagon take too much damage, or you'll have to start again.
Oh, and that's very important. So basically, just like how SpongeBob and Patrick have health, the paddy wagon has health. If you take too much damage, you'll have to start the race over. So you'll have to collect Krabby Patties similar to how you need to collect them for SpongeBob and Patrick. You gotta collect them, and each time you do, you'll repair the paddy wagon. Um, but what I like to do when I'm playing a driving level for the first time in this game is I like to go around and find all the collectibles. And the main collectible in this game, as you're aware of, is those treasure chests. And I believe there should be 3 in this level. So I'm just going to go around, show you where those 3 are, and then we'll make it to the edge of town. And then we'll move on to the next level. Now, technically, how these driving levels work is they're split into 4 parts. The first part is basically you just completing the level, and you'll get a Goofy Goober token for that. Then you'll do a time trial where you'll have to beat the level in a certain time, kind of like the time trials in Crash Bandicoot. Then you'll have a ring challenge. And how that works is there'll be rings set up throughout the area, similar to like a time trial or a race in GTA. If you remember, in most GTA races, you would have these checkpoints you'd have to go through at various spots. It's just like that. And then the final challenge you have to do for a race is there's a macho time trial where it's like the time trial, but the time is even harder to beat. So we'll come back and do the other three challenges later. I'm just going to do the first one now, and then we can move on to the next level. So let's get into it.
Our journey begins. Epic, heroic, daring, valiant, courageous.
SpongeBob, you're driving a sandwich.
Exactly. You don't need a license to drive a sandwich. He said that himself in the movie.
Not just a sandwich, a Krabby Patty.
Yeah, the paddy wagon. And I can quote exactly what SpongeBob said about the paddy wagon. Because SpongeBob was showing Patrick the paddy wagon, and Patrick was like, "This is just a Krabby Patty," and he's like, "It's not just any Krabby Patty. This is, um, let's see, what did he say? He was showing him around. He was saying like sesame seed finish, steel belted pickles, a grilled leather interior, and under the hood, a fuel injected French fryer with dual overhead grease traps." Whatever any of that is supposed to mean, but that's literally what he said.
Cheese.
Exactly, with cheese. Alright, so how you drive the paddy wagon is you press X, and then you steer with the left analog stick. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, these are nitros. You see that thing that says N2O? If you collect these, and you hit, I think it's L1? No. R1? Oh, R1. If you press R1, you'll get a boost. That is very important to note, because during the macho time trials and the regular time trials, you're going to want to use as many of those as you can to get through the race quicker. So you're probably noticing that I'm going very slow through this because I want to collect as many of these weights as I can. Because there's a lot of upgrades in this game, and I mean, each time you level up that bar, you get another upgrade point, so I'm trying to get as much as I can here. Now, I'm not going to do this during the ring challenge or the time trials, but I will do it here, because why not? I want to collect all of this. Oh, and yeah, you can go in reverse, too, if you press square. Not extremely useful, but... Oh no, they're bulldozing the city already, but we're just leaving. Look at this. Plankton's already trying to turn this into Planktopolis. We haven't even left yet. In the movie, he didn't turn it into Planktopolis until after SpongeBob and Patrick left. Now they're just doing it right now. Oh, and by the way, this is a hidden shortcut. So I would definitely use this hidden shortcut during the time trials because it'll save you a ton of time, and you get a treasure chest for going that way. That's now 4 treasure chests we have out of 42. Oh! I hit that guy. Oh, and I'll actually show you who this guy is. It's Old Man Jenkins! See? Get out of here, Old Man Jenkins! That's funny. The one time you actually see Old Man Jenkins in this game, and it's him driving around. Oh, I missed a couple of them. That's fine. Okay, so now we're in the park. So I think there should be a treasure chest in the park. I just can't remember where it is. It's behind some rocks. That's all I know. I'm gonna collect all these weights. I would be very careful in the park because if you go on the grass, it slows you down. So I would definitely be very careful. And plus you'll hit signs and it'll knock you off course. So I would definitely stay off the grass. Especially during the time trials. Because you don't want to be slowed down for any reason. Okay, I think it's back here. You see over here how there's a rock and there's a park bench? Or not a park bench, a seating area. It's right over here. Look at that. That's already 2. I love the noise it makes if you go in reverse. That's pretty funny. Alright, we're out of the park. There should be one more treasure chest in this area. Look out! Oh. Oh, collect all that. Oh, I think I know where the 3rd treasure chest is. There's a split path, and I think it's down... I want to say it's down the left side? Or maybe, oh, okay, maybe it's not. I don't think it's down any of these paths, but you can take either one you want. During the time trial, I would suggest going to the right, because the left is the longer road. I'll show you, actually. So let's go down this way. Back up, SpongeBob. So yeah, during the time trial, I would definitely recommend going to the right. The left is definitely the longer path. See how short this one is? Like, let's go in forward now, and I'll show you just how quick this is, especially if I use the boost. Like, look at that. It's way shorter. And plus, you'll hit less things. That's the main reason, is you'll hit less objects if you go that way. Ow, SpongeBob, stop hitting things! Oh, we got an upgrade. I didn't even realize we got an upgrade. So at the end of this level, I'll probably have to get another upgrade point. I'm not sure what to buy. I'm thinking I'm just gonna buy a another health point for SpongeBob. Oh, here it is. This is where the 3rd treasure chest is. It's in this shortcut. Oh, don't hit the wall, SpongeBob! You know what's funny, though? That always looks like Patrick when I come in here. That stupid rock in the corner. Whenever I see that, I'm like, Patrick, what are you doing? See, there you go. There's the 3rd collectible. That's all 3 of them in this area. So if you take the path that I've showed you, you take the first shortcut, go to the right in the forked road, and then take the 2nd shortcut. That'll save you a lot of time during the Macho time trial. And then, like I said, be mashing that boost. Collect as many boosts as you can and just mash the boost as many times as you can on straightaways. And I'll obviously show you all that when we actually do the time trial, but I'm just letting you guys know now. There we go. Super speed, that's right. Alright, and this is the edge of town. Oops, don't hit that. Yeah, so right here should be the edge of town. Oh, never mind. It's a different bridge. I'm getting ahead of myself here. All the stupid wrecking balls and cranes and stuff. Okay, that's not what you want to do during the time trial, because that'll waste time. Here's the edge of town. See how it says finish? It's the finish line! We did it! And now Mindy's gonna congratulate us.
You've reached the edge of town, and now you can go on to the next part of your journey. Here's your reward. Come back again if you want another driving challenge.
Oh, we will do another driving challenge, just not in this part. At least I don't think I'll do it in this part. I'm thinking I just want to come back to those later. I mean, yeah, I could do them now, but there's no real point to. I want to move on to the next level. Then we can come back and do it later. If we need to, because remember, in the next area we're going to learn another move, and if we don't have enough Goofy Goober tokens to learn the next move, then I guess we'll have no choice but to come back.
Shell City. However, with SpongeBob gone, all is not well. Plankton is now selling the Krabby Patty at the Chum Bucket, and with every purchase, customers are getting a mind-controlling bucket helmet. Squidward has discovered Plankton's plan to create an army of bucket heads. Will Squidward save the day? No. On the
No, he
outskirts of
won't.
town, SpongeBob and Patrick meet some of the
Oh, dude, it's
jelly
those
locals.
guys.
They will not last
Would it
long
be
outside
fellers,
the city.
mustard, or ketchup?
Listen,
Oh, they got their car stolen.
should have listened. Our heroes are now stranded in a vast desert.
We gotta make our way to the
Only
Tough
their feet
Tavern
for
to get that
transportation.
back. Alright, so this next level is called 3,000 Miles to Shell City. Pretty fun level, actually. This is one of my favorite levels in the game. It's super fun. And like I said, we're gonna possibly learn a new move if we have enough Goopy Goober tokens. Yep, and that's why we have to learn the new move. See how those buttons are floating in the air? Oh, we do.
Now I can teach you the bash move.
Alright, so we have the bash move. So, in SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom, it was called the Bubble Bash attack. In this game, it's just called the bash move, but it's the same principle. You press triangle to do an uppercut. Pretty cool. Yes, we got a boxing glove.
Now I am the master.
Exactly. Oh, this is a very funny interaction between Mindy and SpongeBob, by the way. Just gonna let you know. The conversation is just hilarious here.
Wow! Thanks, Mindy! Those radio towers are broadcasting Plankton's hypnotizing messages. If we don't do something soon, every creature in the sea will be under Plankton's control. You have to go into the desert to shut them down.
Look.
Isn't this the really dangerous desert that no one has ever returned from?
No. I think that's the desert next to this one.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll have those towers shut down in a jiffy.
Isn't this the dangerous desert that no one's ever returned from? And Mindy's like, no, that's the desert next to this one. And SpongeBob just buys it. As if there's a desert next to this one, SpongeBob. What are you thinking? Oh, look, it's them. They're here. The guys from the gas station. So when they pulled up, those two were laughing at him, and Patrick was like, are those guys laughing at us? And SpongeBob was like, no, they're laughing next to us. Oh, we're getting to the tower. Alright, so let's show you the new move. So it's like that. Pretty cool. And this is actually an Easter egg from the show. So if you remember an episode called I'm Your Biggest Fanatic, it was an episode where SpongeBob met Kevin the Sea Cucumber at a jellyfish convention. And he was like Kevin the Sea Cucumber's biggest fan. And Kevin was really annoyed by him, so he said, punch yourself in the face. And he punched himself in the face with this boxing glove that you see me uppercutting with. And the same one that I'm doing, oh, actually, that's his karate move. But yeah, it's the same exact boxing glove he uses to punch himself in the face. And you'll see later that you can actually upgrade this boxing glove to be a spiked glove, and that is also from that same episode, because after he punches himself in the face, Kevin says, doesn't that hurt you? And SpongeBob takes out a spiked glove and says, do you want it to hurt me, Kevin? So that's just hilarious that they put that in this game as an upgrade. I love it. So why don't we start this level and then we can end this part, and then I can like actually do the level in the next part. But look, we are meeting a new enemy. Uh-oh. You made him mad. He's like, I got an idea. I will say this is one of my least favorite enemies in this game. Not a huge fan of them, but we're gonna, leave them alone for a second while I get these things. So yeah, you can use the uppercut to break boxes that are in the air, which is kind of cool. Now, we are going to get an upgrade for SpongeBob's karate spin pretty soon that will allow him to redirect the attacks of this enemy in front of me. But right now I don't have the upgrade, so I can't do that. So you just have to avoid his attack for now, and I'll show you how you can defeat him. So you saw what Patrick did, where he hit that stuff back at him, and it sort of made him. Well, it didn't kill him, but he was basically showing you how you got to take him out. You got to hit him from underneath. Now you could, if you wanted to, you could do a double jump and do that, but it's not gonna hurt him. You have to do this. You have to uppercut him, but you have to do it more than once. I think you gotta do it at least twice. So it's annoying, but it's what you gotta do. And then look, there's some spike stuff, or some floating crates out here, but there's spikes on the ground. It's like, oh yeah, get a Krabby Patty. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna do that. That's insane. Okay, so let's look at the pause menu. So like I said, this level is called 3,000 Miles of Shell City. Our main objective is to topple all the towers. So Plankton has these towers set up that's broadcasting his message to everybody to come to the Chum Bucket and get Krabby Patties. And then that's basically how he's luring them in to get the bucket helmets on. So we have to destroy those towers. But then as you can see, there's a lot of other challenges that we don't have access to yet. And it looks like there are 3 treasure chests in this area too, so we'll have to find those. But we're going to do that in the next part. I at least wanted to introduce this level, and then the next part we'll make our way forward. This area will probably take me 2 parts to get through, because it's kind of long, but it's really fun. Like I said, this is one of my favorite levels in the game. But actually, before I end the part, let's buy an upgrade. So we have 1 upgrade point available. Our next threshold is at 5,000. So we can either upgrade the karate spin, upgrade the star spin, upgrade his bash, upgrade Patrick's cartwheel, or we can just give more health. I think I'm just going to do health. I think once I get the health upgrades out of the way for both SpongeBob and Patrick, then I can work on this other stuff. So let's just buy another health upgrade. So now SpongeBob has access to 5 Krabby Patties of health. Nice. Alright, so that should do it for this video. In the next part, we'll make our way forward and start destroying those towers. I think there's 3 towers we gotta destroy, and they're in separate sections of this level. So I'll show you where all that is in the next part. But if you enjoyed this video, and I hope you did, then leave a like on it. And subscribe to my channel if you're new by hitting that subscribe button. I'm currently at 523 subscribers, so with your help we can, reach all new heights towards monetization and beyond. I mean, my next subscriber threshold is at 550, so we're pretty close to that. And then once you subscribe, click that notification bell. Set it to all notifications so you don't miss a single video I post. I thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll continue with 3,000 Miles to Shell City in the next part, so I'll see you all later.